Trade deadline a little over 24 hours away, 6 o'clock tomorrow. What are your thoughts about the Guardians adding to this roster?
Well, I think they're going to make some kind of move, Dave. I really do. You know, the guy, the obvious choice to me is the guy there, Jack Flaherty, um, Detroit starter, who is, opening that series against them on Monday night. He's facing the Guardians again for like the third time in his last four starts. So they know him well. He's a free agent at the end of the year. It would seem to be the ideal fit. The Tigers are playing better, but they're 5.5 games out of the last wild card spot. They're 12 games behind Cleveland in the AL Central. They would seem to be in sell mode.
Yeah, I'm with you. Wave them over, tell them this is what the clubhouse looks like with the Guardians. Pull up a chair. Wait, we're going to rest you. You get an extra day rest. All right, this is from Buster Olney, ESPN national writer, what he's heard about the Guardians. Guardians are looking for a starting pitcher, some kind of hitter, though they're reluctant to part with any of their better prospects. And Hoynes, fans don't want to hear that, but I will say, Chris Antonetti in this front office, it's a little tougher for them. They can't, the additional challenge they face, they can't outspend their mistakes. So if you give up a prospect, you got to have a pretty good idea of what you're giving up. If you think a guy can impact your team in a positive way in a year or two, you probably are hesitant there.
Yeah, they have payroll restrictions that limits what they can do. But Dave, this is these kind of seasons don't come along every year. You cannot sit in your hands on this one. You have got to make an addition to the team, either offensively or pitching wise. If good trades are supposed to hurt both sides. They're supposed to cause pain on both sides. You give up something to get something, and I think that's the position Cleveland is in right now. Limited payroll or no limited payroll.
Yeah, that's fair. And to that point, attendance has been higher than expected, so there is that revenue stream that's been out there as well.
If you give up something, you're going to want something back. So, I'm sure people are asking, for Chase DeLauder. I'm sure they're asking for their top, pitching prospects. That's the game you've got to play if you're Chris Antonetti or Mike Chernoff. I think they'll wait. Right now it's kind of like a game of chicken, don't you think? I mean,
yeah.
Who blinks first? What move do you make? Do you, as the deadline approaches, the need for your team, especially if you're Cleveland, I think grows, and the more you might be forced to make a deal, then perhaps a deal that you don't want to make.